So we're talking about what body type you are and how this can influence your golf swing. We're going to look at the various types of players out there, from the smallest to the biggest and the most rotund, and have a look at what elements work for your swing that can allow you to get greater levels of consistency. We've obviously got different types of player. We've got people who we measure sort of Vitruvian man, i.e. span and height, and how do they correlate to one another. And on top of that, then we've got a more rotund guy or really barrel chested person versus someone who's super lean, quite slim and quite tall. So we've got those players and what we tend to see happening. So what we'll cover first of all is the barrel chested guy. So you get someone who's really barrel chested and quite rotund, what they'll get is their arms will always be very connected to their body turn. So it's really easy for them to get everything working away as a unit. But what I see the problem with a lot of these guys is that they get the arms too far back, so they get a bit too flat back here. The problem is that they can't generate enough speed, particularly with the arms, to get them back out in front of the chest. So once they'll come from here, they'll be a little bit trapped and they can't get the club back out. And what they can't do is, because of their natural physical size, they generally don't get the body quite as open at impact. Now, that's not a slight on that person, that's just what their physical attributes give them. So when they are a little bit flat in here, they'll tend to get a little bit trapped coming down. Club face will be a little bit open, and they don't necessarily have much flip in their hands, but they tend to struggle a lot with pushes, and then from there they get really clean, kind of clippy, thin strikes. So for that player, it's really, really important that you get the arms more in front of the body. So what we'd be talking about is, for this player, trying to get the arms up and in front of the chest here. So a great reference point, if you are more barrel chested, is that at the top, if you collapse your arms into your body, you've got to be able to hit you right on this right pec here, okay? That means that your arms are in front, and therefore, as you make that downswing, those arms are going to be back in front of you, because this player is not going to get as much body speed as a slim, super lean guy who's got lots of flexibility, but they've got more force, so the two players can hit at the same distance. One's doing it through force and mass and movement of mass, where the other one is doing it through angles and energy and radius of the arc. So then we have a look at really, really tall guy, okay? Everyone knows this guy, kind of gets that club really nice and high up here in the backswing, and is to look at super pretty looking golf swing. The problem I see with a lot of these guys is that when they get the hands really high, they don't have any width, okay? And what else they'll get is an elbow that tends to get behind the body this way. The problem from there is, as they come down, is they'll be getting trapped, and then they'll have to do something on the way down to try and square the club up. The problem is that they don't have the correct width at the top, okay? Because the arms have got so much flexibility in the sort of shoulder region that they can create this wonderful height, but arms get too far back. So for this player, it's really important that at the top, they're getting them more out. So if you're sort of a real long lever player, what you want to do is the arms will still always sit a little bit more on top of the shoulder plane here, but you want to make sure that your right arm is pushing against the shaft and the elbow is a bit more in front of the body. If you do this, you're in a position there where the arms can fall back in front, and it's really easy to create lots of room, okay, and space, because your arms are long and they've got the range of movement in the shoulder region. It's very easy for those arms to get trapped. What we're really after is just generating as much width as we can, and it might feel like that right arm isn't loading as much or is more downwards, but the right hand will be pushing more against the shaft. What we're then looking at is, we've got the Vitruvian man, so you've got the guy who gets the perfect span and height combination, you've got short arms and you've got long arms, okay? So when we look at the perfect Vitruvian man style, what he'll get is, at the top, left arm perfectly on top of the shoulders in the ideal backswing position, okay? This is very much where you'd see Zach Johnson gets this position, Adam Scott probably just slightly on top, Jordan gets right in there, Rory is classic right through the shoulders. They get it into that sort of poster boy position, but not everyone has to get there. You know, you look at DJ, DJ's arms are miles on top of the shoulder plane. So DJ's got longer arms, sits on top of the shoulders here. Means that then he's got the space coming down. Or you've got my golf swing type, okay, my arm's a little bit shorter than my height, and for me, my arms have to sit just under my shoulders here. Okay, so it maybe looks a bit flat. I actually, when I used to look at it on camera, didn't like looking at it. I used to always try and move away from that golf swing. I used to think, I need to get these arms higher. I see all these other players in these positions, and it's something that I chased. What would happen though is, as soon as I did that, I'd get too steep with driver, hit pop-ups and lose distance. Okay, I had to hit some beautiful iron shots, but it always felt like I could only hit a cut. So I've actually had to learn to enjoy that swing and figure out that that's just my swing and what works for my body type. So it's key for you guys. Don't chase what is a poster boy swing. It's about finding what swing's going to work for you. So I know, like I say, that if I just make sure I've got my turn correct here and I get my arms in front, as long as I've got this rotation, my arms are always going to be more in front of my body. Although they look flat, I mean, it's really easy for me to be able to return that club back to the ball. So like I say, I'm a bit flat. I'm not saying it's the poster boy swing that you'd want, but it's understanding the moves in your golf swing that help you have great ball control and that just really allow you to effectively get the ball around the course in the fewest strokes possible, but whilst also still being able to control any shot shape you want. And like there, that's a pretty solid shot. It's gone pretty straight, really, normal type golf shot for me. I hit it fairly solid, but it is a bit flat. It is a little bit shorter, but it's what works for my body type. It's great for me. Because say I don't teach my swing, I help you guys understand what works for you. So there's loads of nuggets to take out of this. Figure out your body type from rotund to tall to lean to short little T-Rex arms like me. Which way is it? Which way is going to work best for you to allow you to have maximum control of that golf ball and start shooting lower scores? That's what it's all got to be about. And lastly, learn, once you've got your body type, learn to love what your swing's going to be like for you. Don't go comparing it to your Adam Scotts. We'd all love to look like that. But we probably all love to look like Brad Pitt. We don't have the time to get in the gym. Enjoy what you are like and embrace what you are. Comment below, what videos would you like to see going forward? What would help you with your game? What would help you get on your journey towards lowering your handicap and lower scores? If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. Thanks for watching and talk with you again very soon.